Hey everybody, Carl here. Welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel, where in the previous episode we had a wonderful encounter with Toa at the computer room. We learned about the breakout performance that she and the rest of her gang put on last year. We inspired our own gang with said performance, and now we're all pretty hype about the festival. But before that, we have a field trip to Ruhr coming up, and we shall go there. But first we shall go to the academy because there's a special event happening. So, do you know anything about this, Sharon?
Lady Sarah is awaiting your arrival on the Academy's fields. I suggest you fully prepare yourselves before heading there. Please have a safe trip. Now I'm even more sure she knows exactly what's going on.
Oh, what are you hiding?
Please take care now. I wish you the best with this month's field study.
Alright, we'll go to the field. The only thing we really gotta do other than talkies is checking on Celine. And we will actually find her by the entrance to the Academy field where we have to go for an event. So, before then, let's see how the lovey-doveyest of couples is doing on this fine morning. It's getting awful chilly these days, isn't it? Hannah? Is something wrong?
Oh, of course not. Everything's just peachy. He's a crafty one, that's for sure. But I can't let him find out about the sweater I'm knitting for him just yet.
You've never been a good liar, so...
There's no need to think about it. Here's your morning kiss.
Okay, he's on to ya. Better get knitting. Alright, Mick. How you been? You and your bunch of pals ready to Ruhr, yeah? Well, beats the hell out of taking the girl from the intelligence division to Ordis. How do you find this stuff out so fast? More importantly, how'd you know that kid was from the intelligence division? You're one shady dude, you know that? None of your business is how. Now get out of here, or you'll miss all the fun.
My response doesn't make him any less suspicious.
What does he mean by all the fun, anyway? There's a guess here. Were you kids told to meet up at the field at 9? In that case, you're gonna want to get out of here as soon as you buy whatever you're here for. I was just here for the company and the conversation. I can tell when I'm not wanted. Alright, Jane. How you been?
Oh, good morning. Nice to see that you're all doing well, especially with everything that's been going on. But don't worry, I'm sure you'll all pull through no matter what you face. Good luck, and be careful.
I shall endeavor to try. It's odd, thinking about how close this month's field study was to being cancelled. And it's even weirder how relieved I felt that it wasn't.
I know what you mean. I know we struggle through every month, and I felt that same sense of relief.
I guess it just goes to show how much a part of our lives they've become. We don't have a field study lined up for next month because of the festival. I'm guessing that means this month's field study will be doubly challenging. This month's field study will be our big chance to put our training to the tests. I'm expecting a challenging outing at the very least.
Aren't you glad we get to be in the same group again?
Words cannot begin to express the agony.
Aw, don't be shy. Me and Lemmy will keep you safe, so no need to worry.
Please stop talking.
So we're getting sent right into Duke Cayenne's turf for our next field study? This will be the first time I get to go there without having to sneak in. This is gonna be fun.
I think your mouth is Erebonia's greatest threat to national security.
So we're getting sent right?
It's a great line, Rain. Good grief. It's like she's incapable of showing concern or tension. One would hardly think just about the journey to Ordis. Oh, that's your burden to bear. My family woke up early to see me off to work this morning. It sounds simple, but it was more heartwarming than you could imagine. Maybe I truly wasn't wrong all along. I should have considered things from their perspectives. Look at this wholesome man. Oh, you're back on the good list, Gordon. You're back on the good list. Our radio Trista. First thing in the morning, nothing going on. The coach is cafeing in. Old man Abbott always here.
I've been losing sleep over all the troubling events recently. Perhaps a cup of coffee is just what I need to fend off this tiredness.
Yo, morning. You seem pretty relaxed today. Better not let your guard down out there, though. Can't wait to hear some stories when you get back. You betcha. You betcha. Dolly ain't here yet. She's probably doing her morning prayers at the church, I would imagine. A pious girl, that girl. Brandon, how you and Teisel been?
You probably already figured that I'll be heading to the festival with my daughter. I'll have to give her some extra spending money since she's always so good. I'm guessing you'll have a lot of preparing to do when you get back. Make sure you come back without any missing limbs or anything.
Yeah, that'd make playing the instruments a little hard.
Mick stopped in to buy some milk earlier. But on the way out, he told me that I should stay outside for a while. I don't really know why, though.
We know Mick knows a bit of everything. He might know what's coming up. Boutiqueless Sage.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for placing an order for your concert outfits with us the other day. Might I ask if you've come up with the designs for them yet?
Not exactly. Sorry. I've pretty much got the overall designs down at this point. All I gotta do is put on the finishing touches, and we'll be golden. Should have them done by the time we're back from our field study. So can you wait until then?
Well, I'll let the owner know at least, but do try to hurry. Sorry to be such a nuisance. She's so patient with us.
More than I'd be, that's for certain. Indeed. We only got 2 girls on our team right now? I guess we do actually, just Alyssa and Fee, and then the boys. Okay. Good to know, which I mean, you're the girl heavy part. Okay. Bursting through, how you been?
Me and Rosine are gonna go to the festival together. I gotta be cool and show her around like a real gentleman. This is basically a date, right? Right?
Yeah, just you and Rosine and all the other kids of Trista.
Man, I can't wait for the festival. Good luck with whatever you're doing. I'm expecting good stuff.
I've got Kay helping me out here in the mornings now. He's been acting all love-struck lately, though. I suppose he's finally at that age, huh?
Indeed, but he's kinda out of his depth here, if I may be so blunt. That flew by really quickly. That's this part of town checked out. Let's go see if we got a morning fishing session going on with Kenneth, and we do!
You know the Isengard range to the north of Ruhr? There are a bunch of good fishing spots around there. They're not that well known either. My grandpa brought me with him once and I could hardly believe my eyes.
The Isengard range. I hope we get to go there. Oh. I probably shouldn't show up at someone else's house this early in the morning. Okay, Reen. Giving me attitude on my snooping ways. Right, everybody's up here. And what do you know?
I ended up getting caught up in a nice discussion with Sister Ornella. Now I have to hurry over to Kirch's, or I'll be late for work. Dolly is truly dedicated to her morning prayers. She tells me that regular prayer is a habit she developed back home in Sutherland. I'm glad I had the opportunity to talk with her today. It was a pleasure.
Ruhr has helped provide all of us with the comfortable lives through its constant development of new orbital technology. We cannot forget the fact that the city manufactures a great number of weapons. It's possible that you'll witness many such contradictions during your time there, find yourselves filled with doubt. However, as military academy students, I believe that learning about and coming to terms with this is important for you.
Well, wise words, well said. You know,
Right.
it's
Okay.
not often
Leave it to me.
we get to be Crow. I'm gonna run around as Crow for a while. Let's freaking go. Yellow. Is he taller than Reen? Is he kind of tall right now, or is Latte just really small?
Good morning, everyone. Wait, don't you have your field study today? Well, what are you doing here then? You need to get to the train station. It's already past 8. You're going to miss your train if you don't get moving right now.
Don't worry, there's no rush today apparently. They just told us to be at the academy field by 9, so we got time to chill.
Well, if that's the case, please take care on your adventure. I look forward to your safe return. Besides, the upper class students are waiting on the edges of their seats to hear your plans for the festival.
I'll be back with some dishes one of these days. Shouldn't intrude. Alright. You're telling me Crow wouldn't intrude though? Come on. Let me be a little... What's the delinquentious? Yes. Let me show signs of delinquency. Now then, we got Janitor Geiler over there. Let's kind of work our way around towards the academy field itself. By bursting into the library, finding Instructor Thomas here, finding Librarian Carol. Same old.
I'm so tired. Once again, Instructor Thomas tried to spend the night here last night. I almost had to shove him out of here with the broom. And yet here he is, first thing in the morning with his nose buried in a book. His body might run on enthusiasm and history, but mine sure doesn't.
The research I'm doing for Class 1's operetta kept me here rather late last night. You're heading off to Ruhr now, correct? Oh, Ruhr. Unfortunately, there aren't any noteworthy myths or legends surrounding it that I'm aware of. Not even any related to Testa Rossa or the gnomes of Erebonian legends. Which is rather surprising, given that the city is known for the forging of weapons. The gnomes were said to be masters of the forge, and Testa Rossa is a crimson demon said to wield 1,000 weapons. What a shame that you won't hear any stories about them during your time in Ruhr. Well, try not to let the lack of legends sour your experience too much, okay?
Alright. Heads up, lack of gnomes. Lack of gnomes in Ruhr. But I still think we're gonna go. Even though that is a sad reality. James. Ruhr City is better known as the home of the Reinford Company than anything else. Most of the weapons I sell here are made by the Reinford Company too, so they're certainly what I associated with most. The company's chairman being on the board of directors means I get some of their best stuff too. It's awesome. I really owe her for that. I don't think I can buy any new weapons here, so once I get to Ruhr.
Oh, you're heading out on another field study. As if you haven't got enough to worry about with the festival coming up. With a tab like yours, Crow, you better come back safe.
No problem. It's first year work anyway. It'll be a piece of cake. If it's a piece of cake, why did you have to repeat a year? Hey, I'm not technically repeating a year. Just dangerously close to it. Now you've got me really worried. You better be safe, Crow. Who's gonna pay for your tab if you die out there? Ah, come off it. Field studies play to my strengths anyway. Yeah. Pow, pow, pow. You know how we do. Cross Raven.
If you're looking for something to eat, just leave that to me. I hear the situation isn't any better anywhere else in the country. There's no telling what you'll run into while you're out there.
Yeah. These are crazy times. Let's check upstairs. Might not be much club activity. No club activity, in fact. Alright. Engineering building. Ah, that's right.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning. Huh. Didn't expect to see you all three of you together this early. What gives?
We were just talking about all of you, actually. I'm just glad you managed to decide what to do for the festival before you got shipped off on your field study. Sounds like you didn't waste any time putting George to work either.
Oh, you did ask him for help with our orbital instruments, yeah.
I'm hoping to have everything sorted out by the time you're back. Make sure you know who's going to be playing what by then, though.
We haven't even decided our genre yet.
Well, that's definitely something you'll have to take care of. I'm more interested in the outfits, though. I'm thinking sexy. Really sexy. Especially the girls.
Oh, you and I are on the same page.
Don't even think about it.
I am not wearing one.
It would be a bit distracting if they ended up being as revealing as President Herschel's was.
That was all Angie and Crow's fault. They wouldn't listen to any of my feedback.
I hope you realize how much I'm counting on you to stop this, Reen. I'll see what I can do. On a less sexy topic, this month's field study sounds like a tough one. Ruhr's at the center of the Nortia province. The provincial army's influence isn't quite as blatant as in Ordis, but they still hold significant sway there. And their relationship with the railway military police is especially bad, so make sure you don't get wrapped up in all that. Really? And tensions are rising both inside and outside the country as it is. It's kind of worrisome.
At least your field study's been planned out to minimize the chances of you getting into any trouble.
What?
What do you mean by planned out?
Oh, did Instructor Sarah not tell you?
Well, we can't spoil the surprise then, can we?
What are you...
Curiosity piqued.
Huh. Well, they did call you to the field, right? Why don't you get going? I'm sure it'll all make sense when you're there. Slow it down. How come you guys all get to know and I don't?
Sorry, Crow.
Well, that's what you get for taking the easy classes again this year.
What she said. Still, you're technically a second year, so make sure to back your new class up. Oh, I see how it is. Get a few more credits than me and you think you can get away with saying whatever you want.
Well, sounds like we should head over to the field then. What a wonderful extracurricular scene.
Tensions are high both inside the Empire and out. I'd like to think that some of that should be alleviated after today, though. Good luck with the field study.
Mysterious.
The provincial armies hold huge influence in both Ruhr and Ordis. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you this, Alyssa, but be careful out there.
I will.
Don't sweat the other stuff right now. I'll take care of everything while you're out. By the time you're back, I'll have all your instruments and rehearsal space sorted out. Anyway, you better over to the field for now. Great. Now even George is ordering me around. Being a first year again is hell. Speaking of George, I've taken the liberty of outfitting our team for combat, so let's take a look at it. We got Reen Schwarzer, kind of still rocking his stuff. We got our big ATS boy, with the still blue, a gem made from high purity sapphire, emits a blue glow, just crazy cool. We got Fee as well as our gladiator, and we got our powerful trickster Crow, who has a new attack too that we haven't gotten to try out yet. And we got Machias and Alyssa sort of backing us up. Looking good, looking good. On the orbment front, we're rocking Brave because I want to train that to level 5. Other than that, he's looking like usual. We have Pandora going on with just lots of water arts and casting time and mind up and just, yeah, all the crazy stuff. I tried to get some evade on everybody too. Fee's evasion is kind of crazy right now too. She's just going to be applying a lot of different status effects to everybody, including chaos on top of the whole thing. So I'm just excited to try her out. Crow, just looking solid overall, hitting hards. Currently got that Aegis on him because I want to train it up even more, and it's just really cool. I want to get that to level 5. We're just training up Katsu over here, and we're training up Angel on our girl. Yeah, we'll keep training that. All right, that's that. Probably not much of interest over here, but never hurts to take a peek. All right. Let's go check out the backside. Oh, is that Patrick and Celestin over there? I gotta go talk to those. But first, Edel, how you been?
Hello, Fee. It's time for yet another field study, isn't it? Although, it seems like this time you're leaving later than usual.
Sarah told us to head out to the field for some reason.
Oh, is that the case? Fee, no matter what you have to face, I'm sure you'll be able to overcome it. so just make sure to give it everything you've got.
Roger.
Will do. Now then, Yellow. What are you still doing here? Don't you have a field study to undertake? We thought so too, but they told us to gather at the field instead. How about you, Patrick? I thought it'd be a cold day in hell before I saw you attend morning practice. I'm only here to shake off my morning drowsiness. I most certainly didn't come here to train after my crushing defeat at Friedel's hands.
That is one honest lie.
You can read him like a book. You'll be making your way to Ordis and Brewer, will you not? Rather foolhardy if you ask me. Well, we can't really claim that either place will be a cakewalk.
Ordis is Duke Cayenne's stronghold, so the others are bound to run into trouble there. But it's not like Ruhr is the nicest place these days either.
Wait, are you actually worried about us, Patrick? If you're only going to spout nonsense, I would appreciate it if you held your tongue. Moving on, we plan on settling the score with you at the Academy Festival. As such, we would prefer it if you returned safely. Challenge accepted. We'll be back, and we'll make sure to give you a run for your money. Try not to hurt yourself. I wouldn't want you blaming your sure-to-be lackluster festival performance on your field study. Oh, he likes us. I joined Master Patrick for his morning training today. Seeing him practicing so diligently fills me with immense pride. His attendance at this academy has been a beneficial experience for him in practically every regard. Well, the gymnasium door's locked. I see. Well, we got something big going on here. Not gonna step into that just yet. Avoid the trigger. Instead, Celine?
Oh, even Celine's here.
Maybe she's curious about what's going on too.
Who knows what cats are thinking?
Received Zerum capsule!
Is this for me? Thanks, I'll make good use of it.
Alright, Instructor Sarah should be waiting for us. Let's get moving.
Yep.
Alright, thanks. How are we looking on the Zerum front? 5 powders and 3 capsules? That's gonna be huge, either for, endgame or New Game Plus, if we got some tough bosses going on. So, looking forward to that. For now, though...
Class 1 needs me to open up the auditorium since they'll be practicing for their big operetta today. Gotta say, they're all messing around. Better make sure everything's good to go before they arrive.
Yeah. Say what you will about Class 1. Seems like they've been working hard on this, so look forward to seeing it.
Now, where did I put that permission slip to use the field? For that matter, why do I have to handle this all of a sudden?
Doing a little scan. Beatrix.
Oh, hello. Have you been told about today's arrangements?
Instructor Sarah has something special in store for you. Be sure you're at the field at 0900 hours.
Well, Instructor Beatrix seems to know what's going on at least. I wish we did.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Seems I slept here through the night. Collapsing due to lack of sleep? How truly shameful of me. If foolish impulses like sleep get the better of me, I'll never match Patrick's passion. This operetta must be perfect. Oh boy. Okay, maybe what I said about Class 1, maybe they should take it easy for a second there. Don't overwork yourselves.
Mint keeps stopping by to lecture me about Instructor Makarov's appeal. She covers everything from memories of his younger years to his private life. She refuses to hold back too, even though he's tried to make her stop. It's kinda nice that she's made my day today so much more lively.
Yeah, she's trying to ship it.
Thanks to Mint, I've practically become an expert in the field of Instructor Makarov. Although, our desks are right beside one another, so knowing so much about him does make it harder to focus on work.
Okay.
You're off to Ruhr, right? You might just bump into my sister there. Trust me, you'll know her when you see her. Imagine Mint, but all grown up, and somehow even more dangerous.
Oh, alright. Class 7, are you behind all the ruckus this morning? Instructor Valentine is clearly aware of what's going on, so why was I not informed? No matter. Simply know this. I will not abide any sort of noisy mischief on this campus. If I hear even the slightest hint of malfeasance, I will have some stern words with you, and I do mean stern. Man, I haven't seen the word malfeasance since I read Name of the Wind. I think it's relevant there. At a school too.
Hello, Mueller. Yes, everything here is proceeding according to plan. Understood. May Adios be with you.
Looks like he's talking with Major Vander. Yes, a military man, he really gets a break from the military stuff, huh? I guess so. Alright, Principal.
I'm sure you're all aware of the current unstable state of the continent through reading the Imperial Chronicle. However, I would like to request that you not give up pursuing new challenges and knowledge despite this. The Board of Directors demonstrated their utmost faith in you by voting unanimously in your favor after all.
Yes, sir.
We will do our best to live up to your expectations and theirs.
I believe that it's almost time. Head to the Academy Field once you're all prepared. Be sure not to be late.
Yes, sir. What exactly are they planning? Well, you gotta wait until I check the second floor first and foremost. Then we're gonna get to it. Alright. 2 presences on this floor. Rosine! Good to see ya.
I believe that Class 7 has finally decided on what to do for the festival. That's wonderful news. I'm sure that it will turn out to be splendid, regardless of what it is you choose to do. It may be tough to find the time to prepare with your field studies to worry about, but please do your best.
Who's this over here then?
What's wrong, Ferris? Aren't you going to practice this morning?
I had planned to,
Okay.
but apparently the field is off limits at the moment. I must have overlooked an announcement or something.
Off limits? Really?
It could have something to do with the reason they called us out there.
I woke up early and eager for today's practice, but now I feel as though my motivation has been squandered. As class is about to begin, perhaps it would be good to rest in the classroom for now.
Well, at least you're solution-oriented. I respect that. I respect that a lot. Could go straight to the Academy Field, but no. We're gonna have the tension of walking right on up there. So, we got the thing from Celine. We've done our talkies around the place, and now, at long last, let's step onto that field. We were all told to meet her at 9 a.m. Seems like I still have some time. No idea what this is all about, but it'd probably be a good idea to finish preparing first.
I think
We're good. Good. You're all here. Oh, instructor. I wasn't expecting you to be...
Sharon?
Weren't you in the dormitory when we left?
indeed I was, but I was summoned here by Lady Sarah. So after seeing all of you off, I came straight here.
How did I guess she'd get here ahead of us?
You know, at this point, I shouldn't really be surprised.
Sheesh, she ain't a Rhymeford stop made for nothing.
Personally, I would have preferred not to ask her to come at all. But since she'll be acting as Group A's guide, I didn't have much of a choice.
Why, thank you.
Wait, why would we need a guide?
So you're telling me...
Oh, it looks like everyone's here already.
I'm not sure where Emma and Laura was during our last talkies.
Oh, Sharon's here too?
Huh? What's she doing here?
Cooking, cleaning, instantaneous, something.
You flatter me, Master Eustace. Well, we've got all of you here now. And look at that. 9 a.m. Right on time. Huh? What's that sound?
It sounds like a rush of air. No, that's not quite it.
Sounds to me like an airship.
Are you kidding me?
Look!
What is... What the hell is that? Here they come. Indeed, it's about time as we get into the later chapters of a Trails game. It's a habit to bring out the big guns. What is this thing even doing here?
Wow, it's so cool!
A crimson airship. Who does it belong to?
An Imperial Army warship, maybe? Nah, not enough giant guns.
Still, the shape looks familiar. Oh, now I remember. It's like the white wings of Liberl. You think so too, right?
You mean like the Arce?
Now that you mention it, I do see the resemblance.
The Arce? Wasn't that a high-speed cruiser from the kingdom of Liberl?
Indeed. It was on that very airship that Prince Olivert made his triumphant return to Heimdall.
No way.
They're not seriously going to land here, right?
Of course they are.
It's 75 arch from bow to stern. It might be a bit of a snug fit, but they should be able to touch down.
Man, you gotta be kidding me.
Wait a minute! How do you know how large it is?
Oh, that is gonna be a snug fit indeed. That thing is huge. I mean, it makes sense. Man, the scale. Looks like the whole town is miniature. Unmistakably Erebonian, though.
This is the best!
It's actually very pretty up close. The more I look, the more it seems just like the Arce, except red. It bears the crest of Erebonia, though. So at the very least, it's an airship from the Empire.
Salutations, my beautiful friends! It's only been 10 days since last we met, but I couldn't keep myself away.
Prince Olivert!
And Major Vander.
I'm glad to see you all again.
Your slack-jawed amazement says it all. It looks like this will be quite the crowd pleaser during its grand unveiling in Heimdall.
Wait, what grand unveiling?
Man, I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Still, the prince is just here in a supporting capacity today, to say nothing of myself. The real stars of the show are the airship, and this fine gentleman we have aboard.
Who may you be referring to?
It's been quite some time. I see many familiar faces gathered here today, and several I've yet to have the pleasure of meeting.
Is that?
I know that voice.
Dads? With the captain's hat?
The Radiant Blade Master?
Father.
So that's Laura's dad? Wait, who's the one now?
And look, Tobal's with him too.
This isn't quite how I expected our grand reunion to go, that's for sure.
What are you doing up there? And what's with the hat?
Allow me to introduce you. This is Captain Victor S. Arcane, who will be assuming command of this ship.
So that's what this is about.
I'll fill you in on the details another time.
What in the name of Adios is that?
Wow, what a pretty ship.
This thing's a real piece of work.
Incredible! And I've heard about the specs, but the numbers don't do it justice. Looks even better alive than on paper. Principal Van Dyke, you too?
Could someone fill us in on what exactly is going on here?
Your bafflement is quite understandable. The chairman of the board proposed a change to your travel arrangements for this month's field study. He's agreed to deliver all of you to your respective destinations aboard this airship.
What? We'll be riding in style.
He's mainly taking it on its maiden voyage to unveil the ship to the nation. We're just kind of along for the ride. You'll be headed to the capital first, but from there, it'll be a straight shot to Ruhr.
Wow. I'm not sure what to say.
Oh, this is all so sudden. I think I need to sit down.
Well, should we be off, Your Highness?
Yes, that sounds marvelous. With that, let me be the first to welcome you, Class VII. Aboard the second Arsail class high-speed cruiser, the Courageous.
Beautiful. Absolutely stunning, this ship. All the people too. Same day, 9:30. No more lame-ass trains. As Crow said, we're freaking flying in style at the second Arsail class high-speed cruiser, Courageous. Alright, I'll swap over to saying Arsail. I want to say Arsail, but Arsail. We'll go with Arsail because that's what they're saying. Ah yeah, Carl knows. Carl's in on it. Alto straight. Get ready. Wait, is that Misty? I see you. I see you, girl.
Ost District.
Marvel.
At the Courageous.
Oh, hello there, mister. Okay. At least we have a captive audience here in Central Station Plaza.
That is a thing of beauty. Not even our high-speed trains could hope to match that.
That may be true, but we still have our own strengths. How's the investigation coming along?
Well, they've been pretty blatant about trying to obstruct us. So basically, about what we expected. The same is true in other areas as well.
Understood. Respond with pattern 13. I'll head there myself this afternoon.
Yes, ma'am! Yes, ma'am!
Oh, sis. Are you looking up at the blue sky above? Seeing the trails we leave in those skies?
Marvel at your amazing brothers.
My, what a spectacular sight! My brother told me all about it, but there's no substitute for seeing it soar through the skies. Simply beautiful. Yes, it really is. You're up there, aren't you, Lee?
The Ball Flame Palace.
Wow! That's the Courageous! Oliver finally finished his airship.
It's a fine ship, isn't it? Prince Oliver seems to have gone to quite a lot of trouble having it built.
Is this the wind of change you intend to release across our staid and troubled land? Go, my son, and show me the caliber of man you can
be. Imperial Government, Chancellor's Office.
Can you believe it's been almost 2 years already? And look at how far our debaucherous prince has managed to come. Partnering with Liberl to make a second Arcel-class airship, then cruising over the capital? I suppose that's one way to stick it to you for outmaneuvering him at the trade conference.
Let him have his fun. Still, this was certainly an unexpected play on his part. He and that band of students he likes to ship across the country have proven a never-ending source of entertainment. But now, my dear Prince Oliver, we have reached a decisive point. The board has been prepared, every piece in its place. Can you turn the tides in your favor? I look forward to finding out.
And on that ominous note, we're flying all around. This is how Urbonia was meant to be traversed.
Nortia Province, southern edge, over the Schwarzdrache barrier. Courageous Bridge.
It's currently 10:02, and we have a north-northwesterly wind blowing in at a speed of 11 Arch. We've just passed through the Schwarzdrache barrier's airspace into the province of Nortia.
Current speed is 3,050 SPH. We've reached full cruising velocity.
Maintain current course and speed. Follow the Nortia main line, maintaining a distance of 200 Arch.
Aye, aye, Captain.
So this is what the bridge of a cruiser looks like. It's all kind of making my head spin.
If I'm not mistaken, this ship is equipped with the Epstein Foundation's latest information processing system. Huh.
So you actually managed to get the Reinfer Group, Zai Central Factory, and the Epstein Foundation to collaborate?
I suppose you would be the most well-informed on matters of technology. It took the combined effort of countless supporters to take this airship from blueprint to beauty. I've caused a great many people no small amount of trouble gathering the technology and funds to build it.
It's nice to know even princes have trouble with financing sometimes.
Alas, it's true. I had to borrow quite a sum from a number of sources, the Emperor himself among them. But all my labors bore fruit, and we were able to build an airship that met all of my ideal specifications. At a length of 75 arch, it's almost twice the size of the original Arcel.
And with it, sporting 20 of ZCF's high-performance engines, it can achieve a top speed of roughly 3,000 SPH. Not quite as fast as the Arcel's 3,600 SPH, but the Courageous boasts high armor and interception capabilities. Good grief, she's memorized all the specs already.
Still, the more I hear about it, the more unbelievable it sounds.
Sounds like he's compensating for something.
I heard something like this was in development. I never would have imagined you packed this much power into it.
Well, now we have a rough idea how extravagant this ship is. And what I don't understand is why my father's sitting in the captain's seat. He's not even part of the military. Unless... Father, did you actually enlist in the Imperial Army? I can understand why you might be perplexed. However, this ship isn't a part of any military force.
Huh?
So wait, is it officially regarded as the property of the Imperial family? Precisely. I intend this ship to give wings to a third factions of sorts, unconnected to both the Imperial and Provincial armies. To that end, I could think of no finer captain than Viscount Arcade. Well, that at least explains some of it. I see what you're getting at, yeah. The fastest airship in the Empire, captained by the Radiant Blade Master. Heh, couldn't ask for a stronger deterrent than that.
I'll say.
Well, that's my hope anyway. About half of the crew here are on loan from my division, the 7th Armored. The rest are civilians, representing a variety of nationalities and social classes. As for me, I'm here because I'm just that good at gathering information. They've also tasked me as the point man for keeping in touch with the guild and all its local branches. Makes sense to me.
Towell's definitely a good choice. He's got tact and patience to spare. Me, on the other hand, I'm more the face-punching type.
Frankly, I'm so shocked we're here. I never ever imagined we'd be flying in such a marvel of a ship, such a distinguished crew. You got me curious, though. Are you intending to tour the whole Empire like this? That's our plan, yes. The hope is that it might help assuage some of the tension that's been building across the nation. And if we happen to intimidate the Imperial Liberation Front while we're at it, all the better.
That makes sense, considering they've got their own airship too.
The Intelligence Division and the RMP seem to be keeping them in check for now. But having a ship like this in the air will definitely put even more pressure on the Liberation Front. In other words, this ship allows me to kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Genius, isn't it? And if I ever feel the urge to stretch my wings, I can take to the skies whenever the mood strikes me. Perhaps one day, I'll even be able to put on a recital soaring in the skies above Heimdall. Well, putting aside certain idiotic flights of fancy, at this speed, it should take less than an hour to reach Ruhr. Feel free to make yourselves at home while you're aboard. Aside from restricted areas like the engine room, you have the run of the ship. Go on and poke around a bit. Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks.
I think I'll take you up on that.
And that's how we ended up flying to our destinations aboard the Empire's newest, most cutting-edge cruiser. But we didn't just sit and look out the windows, of course, since we had the captain's permission. We each set about exploring the Courageous, seeing what this top-of-the-line airship had to offer. Indeed we did! We're zooming now! Absolutely beautiful. So, we're gonna go ahead and talk around the place, see how everybody's doing, and yeah, a lot of feelings I gotta sink in. Everything on this airship is really cutting edge. Prince Oliver does love his surprises. First his return to Heimdall on the Orsay, and now this.
I knew that the captain's daughter would be coming on board, but seeing them talk is rather heartwarming. Please, relax and leave the operation of the airship to us. The crew here comes from a wide range of backgrounds, but we're all confident in our skills.
Speaking of these controllers, Mueller doesn't have a voice actor, yet freaking Observer Chrono over here? This Observer Chrono gets a voice. Welcome to the Courageous Bridge. You might not believe it, but helmsman Graf's exceptionally good at his job. I'll notice even the slightest diversion in our course too, so no need to worry. That's kind of a rude thing to say to somebody. You might not believe it, but this guy actually knows what he's doing. Alright, Graft. Hey there, I'm Graft. I'm from the Imperial Army's Air Force. I have to say though, I've never seen a ship like this. And as if that wasn't enough to get excited about, I got to work on a Radiant Blademaster himself. Prince Oliver wants to bring about that ideal of his. Blademaster's the right guy to have in his corner. Safe to say that I'm looking forward to seeing just what effect this airship has on the world. He's got big dreams, this Graft man. Engineer Boyer? Engine room, come in. Can you hear me? We reached maximum cruising speed. All green here on the bridge. Oh, hold on. Engine 4 struggling a bit. Can you give it a look? Big explosions. Ship goes down. All because you were sleeping on the job. They also did talk about the Schwarz-Drake barrier, is how they want to say it, so we're going to go with the Drake for the pronunciation on that going forward. Hello there. I'm Curtis, the radio officer. Is this your first time on the bridge of a military airship? If you've seen one, you've seen them all, really. The main difference being that the Courageous is still new and shiny. Well, that and the fact that the ship and its entire crew are unaffiliated with either faction. That's unusual. It's gotta be the biggest ship I've been on, well, other than, the Glorious. We're cruising along so smoothly that it almost feels like we're one with the winds. It's like the ship is a crimson Pegasus soaring through the sky. We're really lucky to know who we know. I can't imagine many people will ever get to experience something like this. We owe the winds and the goddess our thanks. Gaius is always just so thoughtful, and I love the man.
Honestly, you could have told me about this a little sooner. Is this the reason you've been so busy lately?
I apologize for the secrecy, but much of this project fell under the veil of strict confidentiality. There are some things I'm forbidden to speak of, even to my daughter. I'm sure you realize that.
But Klaus must have known, right? Why was he allowed to know while I was left in the dark?
Well, we're really honored to have been invited aboard. We can rest a bit easier once we arrive in Ruhr knowing we had an Imperial escort.
Indeed you can. The Provincial Army will have little choice but to accommodate you. This ship's purpose is to act as a deterrent to both factions, as well as the Imperial Liberation Front. By doing that, we hope that the Courageous will hold the old guard at bay long enough for something new to take root.
I'm sure it will. They chose wisely in naming you captain. Still, I assume that's not this ship's only purpose.
Well,
true. Building an airship this advanced seems excessive if all you're going to use it as is as a deterrent. Laura's right. There has to be some other purpose it was made to fulfill.
Very perceptive of you. I regret that I wasn't able to discuss this with you properly when you were in Legram last month. But I'm proud to see just how much you've grown since you enrolled at the Academy.
I have my class to thank for that. Learning alongside them has been a constant source of insights.
So tell me, Reen, how's she doing? Is Laura getting along with the other students?
Huh? I think she's been fitting in fine.
I see. That's reassuring to hear. At times, I worry that growing up in a sword-fighting household caused her to end up less well-rounded than her peers. I hope you and the others will continue looking out for her.
Of course. We're glad she's with us. I can't imagine Class 7 without her.
I can't help but get the feeling that she's something more to you than simply a classmate. Whatever the truth may be, I hope you'll continue treating her as the lady she is. I'm not one to abide inappropriate behavior toward my daughter.
I don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about. But I like to think I know how to conduct myself toward my classmates.
Good, good. That's what I wanted to hear.
What are you two going on about with all your whispering and your furtive glances?
Ahem. It's nothing you need to concern yourself with. Just a little discussion between men. You needn't worry. We'll be sure to get you to your field study safely. As a student of Thor's, I expect you to give it your utmost.
Huh? He really does care about her. What a wholesome scene. Also, yeah, I ship it. Nevertheless, being ferried to our destination in an airship like this makes me feel as though I could take on the world. While we won't be in the same group doing this field study, I hope that it's a rewarding one for the both of us.
Agreed. I'll take care of the brave courts. Hold on, I'm trying to get the angle on the captain.
Allow us to escort you to your destination. I hope your field study proves to be a fruitful one. Just don't forget to conduct yourselves as students of Thor's should during your time there.
All right, that was the bridge. Let's go exploring the rest here. Let's go to the junction area. Bim bom. There it is. Just waiting for that one. Okay, front deck over here. Rear deck over here. And a couple of people. All right, let's check out these side doors here. The boarding gate. Very cool. Another boarding gate. What's this? Secrets.
Welcome to the Courageous. Prince Oliver to Major Vander on the front deck if you're looking for them. Why don't you go and say hello?
Why don't I indeed? All my friends are here.
Whoa, this ship is amazing. We're flying faster than a bird. Take that, bird. Now I kind of want one. I wonder if Gramps will get me my own airship if I ask him real nice.
You can already fly around on Air Gedlum. Don't go getting greedy.
Whoa, this ship's amazing.
The view from up here is so beautiful. I feel like I'm weightless, soaring peacefully above the clouds. You know, this is actually the first time I've ever been aboard an airship. Whoa, I think I'm starting to feel a little dizzy. Is that normal?
Well, I think if we were standing this on top of a moving airship like this, we wouldn't be standing here for long, but you know, airships, they got this tech, you know?
Being escorted straight to Ordis aboard the Courageous ought to give our field study there an air of legitimacy too. I appreciate Prince Oliver's kindness in looking out for us.
I'm loving this. It just makes so much sense too, and it's sort of, yeah, setting up this third faction.
The airship we used in the core was pretty fast. This one's even faster. In fact, the specs seem pretty high across the board. Fancy stuff. Never a dull moment in Class 7, I guess.
I guess.
At long last, the Courageous is finally taken to the skies of Erebonia. I feel like a mother hen watching her chicks leave the nest.
I'll take your word for it.
Major Vander, there we go. I just wanted to hear your voice earlier.
This may sound a bit forward of me to say, but it sounds like you had some hurdles getting this project together.
It was no easy ride, I'll say that.
I doubt it would have come together without the Prince's unwavering dedication and tireless work. He had to find the time to raise funds and oversee the entire project, in addition to all his official duties. And to add to that, we had to take care of all the arrangements necessary to get Viscount Arcade installed as its captain.
I can't even imagine how busy your schedule must have been. Even from a student's perspective, it sounds brutal.
Well, for this ship to have any weight as a deterrent, I needed the Viscount. Thankfully, he agreed to my request. My plan is to create a neutral third power capable of acting independently of our nation's two competing factions. You can think of the Courageous as the first physical embodiment of that ideal.
A third party, huh? I feel like I'm starting to understand at least part of what it is you're trying to accomplish.
The road will be a difficult one, though.
True, but this is only the beginning. Seeing this ship soar through the clouds for the first time moves my heart, just as when Class VII was formally established. I look forward to seeing what the future holds for the Courageous, and for the brave men and women of your class.
Your Highness.
We live in interesting times. The political situation across the Empire seems to grow more ominous by the day. But, with any luck, making a real show out of this ship's launch will push back against the prevailing climate.
Well, that's the hope at least. Either way, you'll have your whole life to split hairs about politics. For now, give your attention to your field study.
Thank you. I know you have high expectations for us, and I hope we'll be able to meet them.
Thanks, gang.
It's a wonderful feeling, standing on the deck, feeling the wind rushing by. And how much more liberating would it be to shed these tiresome clothes and hold a beautiful concert above Ruhr? I might have misheard you, but did you just say you'd like to fly to Ordis hanging over the railing by your feet? Come now, dear Mueller. I'm not that much of a masochist. I don't know if I'll ever reconcile this side of Prince Olivert with what he's like when he's actually being serious. And the way Major Vander can shoot him down without batting an eye, even though he's the prince, is really something. I get the feeling these two must have been through a lot together. I wonder how long they've known each other. I have only begun to paint the exquisite portrait of my life. And once my goals have been achieved, I shall go au naturel forevermore. Okay, dude. Anyway, I think it's safe to call the grand unveiling of this ship a success. I suggest you focus on your field study for now. Leave keeping an eye on this fool to me. It's a full-time job.
Thanks. We will. He and the prince really do seem close.
Wholesome, boys. Alright. What's going on over here, gang?
Come on. Nobody wants to see dudes sing. It's all about the ladies. Besides, if we make the outfit skimpy enough, guys will be breaking down the doors to get in.
Are you three working out what to do for the concert?
Yeah, we got the general gist of it figured out now, but... Let me ask you, Reen. Would you prefer male or female vocals? That's a really important question, too, since it'll change the audience we draw.
That's a tough decision. Why don't we try both then?
You know what? That would be perfect. Yeah, I really like that idea. 2 songs would be the perfect length, too. Rehearsing will be a bit tougher, but I think we should do it. Let's just use both plans, too.
You won't see me complaining. He seems really excited for this. He does, doesn't he? Your ideas will have the subtlety of a sledgehammer. You realize that this will put us in direct competition with Class I, correct? We need to do something with a degree of class in order to take them on. And supply room. Hello, Logistics Officer Dietz. Hey there, welcome to the supply room. We don't actually have too many supplies here though, since we were kind of in a rush. Still, if you want anything, let me know. You'll be my first customer. What you got? Oh, you got the basics. I respect the man who's got the basics. But I'm out. Barracks. Yes. A good place for a snooze, but not now. When it comes to firepower, this ship's equipped with the bare minimum. That's not just due to a lack of time either. It was a conscious decision on our part. We want the focus of this ship to be the things it stands for, not how much fancy weaponry it's got. Of course, that doesn't mean we won't react appropriately if anyone's foolish enough to try anything against us. A rare deck. You too.
Instructor Sarah? Tova? What are you guys doing out here?
Oh, just a little bracer-to-bracer information swapping.
That's about the long and short of it. Been a while since I saw you guys, though. Not since last month in Legram.
Yeah, always nice to see a friendly face, though.
Well, despite keeping in touch with him and setting up these arrangements, it came as a surprise to me to see him on board, too.
Clearly, it was meant to be. Honestly, I was only brought on because of my connection with Viscount Arcee.
This airship really is in a class all its own, though. It's not every day you see a ship owned by the Imperial family and captained by the Radiant Blade Master.
This cruiser has the potential to be an important force in Erebonia going forward. Without ties to the Imperial or Provincial armies, it can potentially keep both of them in check if need be. It might not be able to do that quite as well as a strong guild presence could, but it'll still help protect a lot of people.
That's true. It still frustrates me how the guild used to be an institution here, and now we're just barely keeping the lights on. At least the Crossbell branch sends its people over to help us out when we need a hand, though.
Wenzel's one thing, but we owe McLean so many favors, I've lost count.
McLean? Wait, are you talking about...
Oh, yeah, I guess you would have heard of him. He's an A-rank bracer over at the Crossbell branch. A guy we used to work with named Wenzel works there now, too. Wait, maybe we should back it up a bit.
The guy we're talking about is Arios McLean, aka the Divine Blade of Wind. The name probably sounds familiar to you because he's also a practitioner of the 8 Leaves 1 Blade style.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. I've never met him myself, but I heard a lot about him from my master. He mastered the school's second form, and sounds about as untouchable as anyone who holds the title of Divine Blade.
Well, he's pretty damn strong, I'll give you that. Bailed me out of more tough spots than I'd like to admit. Speaking of, you know who else is a student of the 8 Leaves School? Cassius Bright. We were talking about him before, remember? He's the bracer who took command during that big incident 2 years ago. Though from what I heard, he left the way of the sword behind a while back.
Cassius Bright was here in Erebonia. Wait, 2 years ago.
It was an eventful time, to put it lightly. And yeah, we have Cassius to thank for getting us past that. But afterward, well, you know the story from there. They shuttered guild branches all across the Empire, one after the other, and your dear, sweet instructor was out of a job.
I'd be glad to give you all the grisly details, but it's a long story. We should probably save it for another time. But hey, the guild seems to have a good track record with folks from the 8 Leaves School. Maybe you should consider a career as a bracer. Door's always open, you know?
Me? A bracer? Huh. I've never really thought about it before.
Hey, there's enough of us singing the bracer blues without you trying to recruit my students.
Never hurts to start them early. Seriously, though, we're always looking for more good people. If that's something you wanted to do, I wouldn't turn you down.
I'll give it some thought.
What a juicy tidbit. Firstly, Arios McLean mentioned, though she said Arios. I've been saying Arios, but I suppose maybe Arios is the correct pronunciation, Mr. Sarah.
I still haven't been able to repay Cassius for everything he did either. Oh well, we'll just have to do what we can to live up to the guild's ideals to keep the bracer spirit alive.
I wonder if that has something to do with how she ended up working at the academy. Sounds like she has a lot on her mind right now. Also, Wenzel shoutouts? Dude, this is huge for Wenzel, guys. This ship should prove an effective deterrent, since it's not affiliated with either faction. When you look at it that way, you can see the first steps of what the prince is setting out to do. And of course, me and the guild will be behind him all the way. Ah, yeah. Now we're going down into the hold for one last scene. I decided to do all the courageous of one episode, and it's turned into quite the episode. But feels wrong to leave off before we've seen all the courageous has to offer. Ah, the hold. You'll find the ship's hangar beyond here. Feel free to go in if you like. Unfortunately, though, we can't let you into the factory and engine room opposite. That's okay. That's okay. Phew. Getting this ship ready for today was a real struggle. ZZF and the Epstein Foundation's help really greased the wheels, though. So yeah, welcome to the Courageous. This baby's the most state-of-the-art airship in the world, hands down. I believe it. Splendid! Take a look, Peyton. We're cruising so fast, yet we remain completely stable, just as my tests predicted we would. That's great. This is a big win for the both of us. Ha! I never could have done it without you. I owe you one. Hey, name's Peyton.
Peyton?
I'm a mechanic from ZZF.
I was actually in charge of maintenance on the RCL, which is why they scooped me up for the Courageous here. The more work you do on something, the more attached you get to it. The Courageous is like my child at this point. Kinda chokes me up to see it finally take flight.
Beautiful, man. Oh, my apologies. I got a bit overexcited. I'm Thompson, a professor from the Ruhr Institute of Technology. Fluid mechanics are my specialty. I had a part in designing this airship's hull, you see. I honestly can't believe that my calculations of us surpassing 3,000 SPH in such a huge ship were spot on. I'm so happy I could jump for joy. All right, you do you.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I had no idea the Reinford Company was involved in developing something on this scale all this time. Then I found out it was a collaboration with the Epstein Foundation and ZZF. And on top of that, she's got her hands in the development of our Arcus units too. It's way too much work for one person. How many projects does Mother have under her wing right now? Well, I'm afraid I can't give a simple answer to that. But suffice to say, the chairman only knows about a small number of the projects in development by the Reinford Group. Lately, the directors have... I knew it. Oh? Hello, Master Reen.
Sorry. Am I interrupting something?
No, it's okay. Have you finished exploring the airship? I expect it'll be a while longer before we reach Ruhr.
Finished? I don't even think I've seen half of it yet. It's kind of overwhelming. I'm looking forward to landing in Ruhr, though. It's been a while since I've been to the industrial metropolis. It's not too far from my hometown, so I always hear about it in passing.
Oh, that's right. You're from Ymir, so I guess you would then. You want a little refresher? I can bring you up to speed on all things Ruhr.
Sure, why not?
Ruhr used to be a factory town, but it grew into a hotspot for technology as a result of its steel and heavy industry. The population is around 200,000, and since the city is in the Nortia province, it's under Marquis Ragnar's jurisdiction.
Ah, that's right. I still find it kind of wild that Angelica is his daughter. You know, last time I visited, I felt like the whole city was man-made. Trees and grass were rare sights. It made it kind of hard to tell how large the city really is.
Well, the city itself is basically one giant structure divided into several levels. It's been expanded so many times that even long-time residents occasionally wind up in places they don't recognize. Why, I have lost count of the number of times I've had to go pick up Lady Alyssa when she lost her way. That was when I was a kid. Don't say it like it still happens. Really, it was a long time ago.
Something tells me we're looking at the not quite so distant past.
Anyway, north of Ruhr is the Suxen iron mine. The iron mine there makes its way into most of the Reinford Group's products in some form or another. The amount of ore they get from just that one mine is immense, The Empire would be a different place today without it.
I don't doubt it. Even our textbooks mention the Saxon line.
It's been vital to the Empire since back before the Orbital Revolution. In the center of Ruhr, you can't miss the Rheinfurt Group's corporate headquarters, which is basically also my house. Honestly, I was hoping I wouldn't have to go back anytime soon.
Alyssa.
Guess there's no point in moping about it now. We had to have a field study that didn't spiral into some sort of hectic adventure, but I'm ready if you are.
We'll just take it as it comes.
I'll be wishing you all the best.
Oh, some wonderful talkies around here.
I never would have expected I'd return to Ruhr like this. Oh well, there's no point in wasting my energy worrying. There's no telling what's going to happen during this field study, so let's just hope it's a good one.
Yes.
We should be arriving at Ruhr soon. Please allow me to escort you to the person in charge of your field study once we do.
I guess we know who that'll be.
Don't say it! I don't even want to think about it.
Oh, it's gonna be a deep dive into Alyssa in Ruhr and everything. All the stakes are coming up. And we shall see, as Osborne said, now that the pieces are on the board, what moves will be made. Tune in next time for that. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Carl, and this has been Trails to Completion.